Bagseed Chronicles is a podcast about cannabis and the people who enjoy it. I hope to provide commentary about cannabis cultivation.
So we don't know how it got there, and I was like, I'm just gonna let it grow.
Hi guys, welcome to this latest episode of the Bagseed Chronicles. It's going to be a shorter one because the interview I recorded for this week is shorter and because I'm running out of time on my hosting site and I don't want to pay more money. And I'm cheap. So there's that. So today we've got an interview with Corporal Chronic. If you're lucky, maybe I'll sing you a song. And before we get started on our garden update for today, I just wanted to say a few things. So I remember a few episodes ago I said, hey, I'm done with Audacity. I'm going to switch over to Reaper and whatever. Well, Reaper's a handful, and I thought about this for a while. I do bong rips on Instagram, so I'm sure they're already spying on me, and to a lesser extent, my guests. So maybe we'll just give a nod to our NSA intern and move on with Audacity because it's simple software and it's easy to use. And I mean, if you're using a computer these days, right, the NSA is spying on you, right? No matter what you do, right? Anyway, I am Uncle Dig. This is the Bagseed Chronicles. Let's overgrow the world. Uncle Dig's garden update. Hi, guys. It is the 6th of August, 2021. I am in gardening zone 8B, and this is Uncle Dig with a garden update. My last auto has been trimmed. I got 37 grams off the first Afghan mass and 33 grams off the second one. I, of course, did not and will not weigh the trim. I should have an update on what the candy cane is like next episode. I won't know what it tastes like until Wednesday when I taste it for the first time. Now, let's get on to the salsa garden. My tomatillos are not fruiting to the extent they normally do, even with hand pollination. I believe I will switch seed brands next year. My serranos, jalapenos, and Thai chilies are continuously getting harvested. And I look forward to harvesting my first rainbow chili soon. I have a bunch of cilantro coming up in containers that I'm excited about as well. Now, before we get into the cannabis garden, I want to mention that I couldn't smell anything due to the atrocious wildfire smoke this week. So that element of the garden update will be missing. But I have been rinsing all plants with water to rinse the ash off from the wildfires daily. I sprayed BT last night. So that's what I did for IPM this week. And IPM, of course, stands for Integrated Pest Management. The cannabis garden is doing well. The one CBD Dutch treat that is flowering is in week 3 of flower and is being fertilized with Fox Farms Beastie Blooms. It is starting to put on trichomes, and I am very excited to not have to buy CBD weed in another couple of months. The other CBD Dutch treats are still in veg, and both are over my head. Both have very thin leaves and a traditional sativa appearance. They are receiving grow from age old. The Alien OG is in veg. It is healthy, kind of a nice lime green color. It's getting just up to my nose in height, and it is getting grow from age old once a week as well. The Strawberry Dream, the Bagseed, right, went over my head this week. This may be a good year for Bagseed weed. It's getting grow from age old. It is very sativa looking, and I am going to be spoiled for choice as far as what to smoke before the podcast. Now the Strawberry Dream is getting grow from age old as well. The two Starkiller OGs are doing very well. Now one is a little bit more sparse, but the flowers on it look amazing. Both are in week 2 of flower and are starting to stack a little bit. Open Sesame from Crop King is what they are getting, and they appear to be very sativa-like plants. I hope they have the relaxing high as advertised. I'm a little bit hesitant, and I think I might be also sativaed out this year. I don't know. But I am going to have faith that the Starkillers are going to be a nice relaxing high. My Black Dominas are in week 1 of flower. They received their first flowering nudes Open Sesame from Fox Farms. And these plants are not as large as I hoped, although they all are over my head. But otherwise, I am very happy with them. It's been very smoky this week. I hope everyone is able to get out of it and has a good filter on their AC if they have to deal with wildfire smoke. That's it for the garden update. Let's overgrow the world.
Welcome back to the Bagseed Chronicles. Today I have with me my friend, once again, Corporal Chronic.
How we doing, Uncle Dig?
Hey, good. And just a reminder to everybody, Corporal Chronic is a Marine veteran, cannabis home grower, and glass salesman.
Yeah, I've been doing that for about 2 years now. I like it.
So, how are you doing today?
Good. Better than I was yesterday, so...
Well, I'm always happy to hear that a friend is on an upward trajectory. Tell me a little bit about the unique home grow situation you've got going on right now.
So right now, I do more dabs normally than I do flower, but don't get me wrong, I love my flower just like the next person. I randomly had a plant pop up in my front flower bed that I have, and she's now about, I don't know, 5.25 feet high. She ain't super big, but I think it's pretty awesome. She's a volunteer.
So you've got a volunteer, and I understand that's in your front flower bed, correct?
Yeah.
So have you had any problems with neighbors?
Just like a couple of drive-bys. They like slow down. I think they're taking like a second look. Like I think they're shocked, and I'm like, whatever. You want to take a picture? You can. I mean, like you see it everywhere.
That's so funny. I hope that no one gets mad at you for growing in your front yard.
Oh, I don't think so. I'll handle it if it does. I'm not too worried. I got all this stuff to do.
Oh yeah. So what have you? We just got done smoking a couple of pre-rolls and did a couple bong rips from a bong you actually sold me. We just smoked Zerpal Punch and Lemon Grab. So that's what we've been smoking.
With everything, that's happened, it'd be nice to have a really nice grow season again. It's been a while since, I think a lot of us have had a really solid grow.
Well, this year, everyone kind of had a really bad, traumatic year last year. I'm one of the last people I had on here, Kayla, and then you're talking about it. Last couple of years, the smoke has hit right in the middle, not just flower, but like for your indicas, a lot of time it was hitting right between like week 3 and 5 or week 2 and 4, right when you're putting on a lot of bulk.
Exactly.
So not only were you having diminished flower, it was just generally smaller, and people were getting disappointing outdoor yields.
The year before that, we had the other bad set of fires that were up on West Picket up there.
Yeah.
Those fires hit, and it actually kind of helped our grow. Believe it or not, it wasn't so much the smoke that helped us, was the ash that was coming down. All that additional ash comes with acidity. With that acidity brings it's like a protectant layer.
Oh, okay.
So our plants grew pretty dang good, that year, and then the next year we had the really bad, super socked in, it's almost that way again this year.
Yeah, but so far, knock on wood, this year it hasn't blocked out the sun.
Oh, over in GP it has.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, it's just it's more towards the evening, so it's like you're getting already your full sun, but once they're starting to, go to bed at night, freaking,
Yeah.
you're not getting that little bit of extra. But it's not, I haven't seen much difference in mine, and honestly, I've only fed mine 3 times, and it's been, my wife thought it was a tomato plant at first, and I was like, I don't know, we gotta let it get a little bit bigger, and then once I got a little bit bigger, I was like, that ain't no tomato plant. And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah. So we don't know how it got there, and I was like, I'm just gonna let it grow.
Well, y'all smoke on that porch, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So we know how it got there. You were breaking up, so
Eventually,
you were
yeah.
breaking up some weed, and a seed fell into your flower bed.
Well, yeah, that I could see, but it's like, yeah, I just don't know if because ours hardly ever produce seeds, like in homegrown. Like we do get some here and there.
Do you have a friend who would think that was funny? Because I would think that was funny, but I don't know if I would do that to you.
I find it kind of amusing. My wife isn't mad about it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if she was going to be mad about it, I would have pulled it a
Oh,
long time ago,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. I ain't too worried. It's got a little bit of smell to it now, especially in the evening. The wind catches it just right, and it's like, it's beautiful.
Oh yeah, they start. It's the 26th of July right now, and here now and into August 1st through the 15th, they start to get a little more.
You get those aromatics.
Yeah, like that floral scent. You start getting the skunk wafting on the breeze from the hills. If you've got a neighbor growing in the morning when it's a little more humid, your AC unit will suck all that skunk smell right into your house. Is someone smoking? Like what? Like not someone's growing. That good stuff. And I understood that at work y'all have got a big shipment of bongs too, huh?
Just recently, yeah. Our bong selection doesn't last very long. And we try to stay as local as we can. We like,
There's a community aspect there that I enjoy. But if you're in the Red Eye Hut and you see a piece you like, don't sleep on it, because I've seen stuff that I've liked that I was thinking about getting that was gone like within a weekend. All of it.
It don't take very long. Probably within the first 3 days that we get a shipment, and we're going to be out of all the cool craziness. That's how quick it usually goes.
Oh, yeah.
But, that's what comes with the territory.
Due to technical difficulties, we will now skip ahead to Bong Talk.
Yeah.
Big one. I thought it was small, but then I got it home and compared it to my Mio, and it wasn't even close. But I love it. I've never owned a beaker before. It's all etched in the glass, all Celtic shapes. It's got a Celtic cross on the bottom of it. Sci-Fi makes it.
You sent me a picture of that.
Yeah, I really like it. It was the only blue one that we got, and it is a chugger. Like, my wife thought that it was just like the other bong until she went to go take her first rip out of it, and she was sorely mistaken.
Oh, I've got you've seen my tank beaker, right?
Yeah.
So I've got just a regular like 16-inch beaker, and it's a unique smoking experience, and I think everyone should try to fill a big beaker bong in the
At
taste of the
least
space.
once. I'd have to say at least once or twice. I never owned a beaker, and then I saw that one, and I was like, I gotta have it. Took it home, and I love it. If I want to get super ripped super quick, that's the way to freaking do it, man.
For the longest time, I think the only honestly, the only non-beaker bong that I own is the one we just hit that I bought from you, and it's not a beaker, but it's close. It's got a larger chamber at the bottom. I would say it's like a graduated tube, maybe. But it's a beaker-leaning tube for sure.
That's nice.
Oh, I like it a lot. It stacks really well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on to the Bagseed Chronicles today, Corporal Chronic. Is there anything you want to say to the audience before we let you go?
Keep smoking. Whether you dab or smoker, keep blazing.
All right, guys, that's it. Let's overgrow the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, gather round and listen to Uncle Dig and his stunning rendition of his new hit, Wildfire Smoke. Oh yeah, we're fucking doing it again. that smoke is rolling in. The devil comes in the fire, my friend. Oh, the smoke is rolling in. The fire, it burns in the mountain of wheat. It takes our hippie maters, burns up our wheat. No one saw it 10 years ago. Only ones that thought about it. Exxon fucking news. Fire is burning. The sun rises red. I have a headache deep in the head of my head. My nose is filled with snot. My tongue, it's swollen red. It hasn't been this bad since last year's what they said. Yeah, I would have liked that to be better too, but you know, sometimes people who break guitars for a living die of cocaine overdoses and they're not around when you need them. So yeah, don't do cocaine, kids. If you enjoyed today's episode of the Bagseed Chronicles, please share it around. And if you didn't, then I don't know why you're still listening. I feel like the song probably should have gotten rid of you. Anyway, let's overgrow the world. Thank you for listening to Bagseed Chronicles. You can contact me on Instagram at Uncle Dig or at my email, uncledig4@gmail.com. The producer of the music found on this podcast is Chad DeVilliers. He can be found on YouTube at Ukuleles Are Stupid and on Instagram at Chadwick Enterprises.